What is up, YouTube? I am your host, Jarrett, and welcome to another video of Custom Points Live. Today, I'm going to show you what's probably one of our favorite, if not our favorite, places to visit, which is the Waldorf, Costa Rica. This originally was our trip in September. I'll try to also show you some footage of our recent trip where we went in. When did we go? I think it was January last month. We went twice, and we're going again soon. So really, we do like this place. This is a great redemption, and this is the kind of stuff that I'd love to show more to you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the view when you're flying in to Costa Rica, just to show you how gorgeous this is. Really, just a breathtaking view of a breathtaking place. When we first got there, this was the view. As you're driving up, we pulled over, and you have this little piece of rock sticking out of the water. It's pretty big. The picture doesn't do it justice. They call that monkey head, and I'll let you do with that what you will. Then they have all of these cabanas that I don't want to show just because my family's there and I don't want to be rude to my wife. But this is the room that we got our first time we were there. I think it's more likely you would be upgraded to this room if you have diamond status, of course. And without further ado, I'll show you the room. So this is a 1-bedroom suite. Really nice. And I will tell you about the property while we're seeing the room here. First of all, incredible people, incredibly nice people. The staff are treating you like family from the moment that you get there. They have, we were there celebrating my birthday and my son's birthday. So they had a birthday cake there, which I might show you in a second. This is the room, obviously the living room when you get in, and they get you cake, literally says happy birthday. Couldn't have been nicer, couldn't have been better. What we really love about this redemption is that it is not far from where we live in Florida. It's like a 3-hour flight, and they treat you so well. The food is really good, overall really good. We had just a really great time. I think that it covered a lot of the things that were lacking in Cabo, which I know didn't seem like there was a lot lacking in Cabo. But when I do a comparison between this redemption and Cabo, I'll be able to get into the nitty gritty of what we like better about each property. And they had Feliz Cumpleaños on the bed when we got there. Just couldn't have been nicer to celebrate my birthday. And it was a pretty nice room. I mean, it's a pretty nice sized room. The view, which you'll see in a moment, wasn't incredible or anything like that, but that's because what they do there is they have built this into like the side of I guess it's a mountain, but they wanted to keep as much of the greenery there as much as possible. In my next video, you'll see why, and it's because they have howler monkeys literally on the property that are just there in nature, and the monkeys are so awesome. And so obviously there's a lot of animals all around, and they want to leave as much greenery as they possibly could for the monkeys to be able to get around. So this is the view of the room. You can see there's obviously that tub there our son was able to take a bath in, and I'll show you the property more in a second, but that's the view. There's the oceans behind all those trees, and that's pretty much anywhere you get a room that's going to be at this level, you're going to have that kind of thing. You can see obviously there they have all these pools. That's a pretty good vantage point to show you just how nice the property was. When we went in September, it was pretty much empty, if you can believe it or not. They had, I think, 20 guests or 20 rooms total that were full. And it was just awesome. One thing I will say, be wary of is, of course, mosquitoes, because you're in Costa Rica. That's the one part that would be uh, less than desirable. So we had that door wide open. We didn't know enough to keep it closed at the time, but we didn't have any bad mosquitoes. It was nothing bad. None of us got like crazy mosquito bites or anything like that. It just just something to be cognizant of. Um, but yeah, that's the little toilet for the master, and obviously you have these doors that kind of let you through, and you have that place to sit to the left, like there you saw, and that was basically the room. Really nice room. Nothing to complain about by any means. Food was good. Try to find some other stuff to show you. Um, it doesn't include my wife, hopefully, because I know she wouldn't like that. Let's see what else we got for you. At this time, I think what I was mostly interested in doing was filming for family. But I will show you. This is a good one of where we were. So they were super accommodating. You want to hang out by the pool. They're doing up this little area here, and you can see this is kind of like a cabana. You got these like big loungers. They don't cost anything extra for you to use them or stay in them. I don't know why it's not playing now. Let me see if I can refresh that. Okay. All right, let's try that again. So it doesn't cost anything to use those. That's the view of the ocean. Really pretty. September was like perfect weather most of the time. It rained a lot. This is their rainy season, but we're from Florida. It rains in Florida too. So if you're from Florida or you're used to the rain in Florida, it was kind of similar. Where it was like certain time of day it's going to rain. There was one really torrential downpour the whole time we were there, but otherwise it was wasn't too bad. And my son obviously had a wonderful time. Um, so that would be that. Let me see. There's another video that I can show you more. Let's see. Yeah, so that would be. I'm just going to try to be respectful of my family. So around a minute in. Okay. So this is another little view. And I'll just tell you about the redemption with this one. So um, it's 120,000 points per night at the lowest right now with to stay in this hotel, which I think is pretty good. Half the price of Cabo as far as points are concerned. And the room that we got that I just showed you there was about 1,000, or I forget exactly what the total was per night, but the redemption worked out to being like 4 cents per point with the upgrade that they gave us to that suite. So 4 cents per point for Hilton is certainly not bad. And we did 5 nights on points, so it was I think 480,000 points total. So do the math on that. It was around 4 cents per point, but really just a gorgeous place. And the best part about this property isn't the property; it's the people. Um, the staff were beyond attentive, beyond nice. Couldn't have been better. Just really good stuff. I will also add that if you have children, kids under 5 eat free. They eat free by the pool. They eat free at the restaurant, and it was just awesome. They have a park nearby called Diamante that has all different kinds of animals, sloths, uh, monkeys, jaguars, all different kinds of animals that you can see. And my son was enjoying himself so much because he has all these animals in his books, and he just had a blast with like being able to see them in real life. Um, as far as our first trip there, I didn't do as great of a job as I wanted filming everything, but we did go a second time. I'll show you they have like a kids center, like an arcade kind of room. So I'll show you this as well. So they have like a ping pong table, a pool table. You can play chess or checkers. You have let's see what else. All different kinds of foods. This one here. Let's see. Trying to think what else. I'm trying to show you what else they had. Trying to find better ones of the property. Okay, here's a better tour just to show you a moment of walking around there. So that's like where they have like a convention center almost for um, any large groups. And you can walk down. You're on the third floor here where we just started. There's an elevator in that building there that you can take you down to the second floor or the first floor. And the second floor has a bar in it that's pretty cool. And the first floor, this is the second floor you're at right now. The first floor also has that is where the restaurant is. There's an ice cream shop. There is a kids center, which is really good. Peacock Alley, that's the name of the bar. That's there right there, and that's the restaurant down there. But there's, as you see, jacuzzis all over the property. There's like 8 different jacuzzis, and this is probably like the best view you can get of all of the pools. It's like different levels that are like step down of the pools. So there's like 8 different pools, and especially when there's less people there, you can really have a whole pool to yourself. Even when there's more people, we've been, like I said, in January. That's their busier season, and there was still, you could have a pool to yourself. It's kind of crazy. So really nice place, gorgeous greenery, and this is the rainy season with all this greenery. And they told us it was going to be more dead later. You'll notice in the next one that I'll show you, there were a little bit less, greenery, but pretty much all still there. Like some of these trees you'll notice are more, have less leaves on them. But that's that one. Let me show you this video here. So I'll add that. So again, this is from our trip in September, and this is the spa. So right there is the spa. To my right was the gym. This is an adults only kind of spa pool. You have 2 jacuzzis there, and you have the main like spa pool. We went in it, but there was literally no one in there the entire time. But the gym is really nice, as you can see, state of the art. Super super nice gym. All that's complimentary, of course. Just so you can kind of see what they got. They have like a little place for you to do yoga or all that kind of stuff. All those towels, those are like infused with like scents of some kind. I forget what it is, like oil or something. Not oil, whatever that. It was very refreshing, and cold towels, so you can like wipe yourself down afterwards. Here's as you walk up those, there were stairs kind of near the gym. There's this bar here that's outside. Sometimes people were eating here. It's basically the same, similar menu as what they have at the pool. There might be a few more items than they do at the pool, but when you order food from the pool, that's where it comes from. It's called Vita. If you're not familiar with Costa Rica, they have a saying there, which is pura vida, which means, essentially, they told me, it means like Hakuna Matata. We don't really have that in the United States, but it was cool because that was like their way of saying hello and goodbye and like have a good day. It was always like pura vida, or no problem. When you would say no problem, you would say pura vida. It was just cool. I spent a lot of time in that jacuzzi on our second trip, just relaxing and enjoying myself. And again, because there's so many of these things like all over the place, you can have these to yourself. That was another really nice thing. Like we hung out there one time, and all these little like shaded areas are not extra charge, of course. Like in other hotels, that kind of stuff would be extra charge, but it was not here. So that's where, if you remember earlier, I was filming. We were hanging out over there. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit more of like the actual pool. There's pools you could like your whole time staying there, you don't realize that you didn't even use all the pools. It was just crazy how much stuff there was and how much availability there was of anything you want. Those are the cabanas I was talking about by the beach. They have three of them there. You can just use them, no problem. Anybody can be in them. So it was really great because you didn't feel like you were being nickeled and dimed like at a lot of other properties. Breakfast is included. You know, you're not at Costa Rica. I mean, in Cabo, you had to pay for your to get better than the regular breakfast. It was like $20 more, which was like okay, but like why? You know, you're staying in a room that's $7,000 a night. You're making someone pay $20 more for food. You know, it's just silly. But Costa Rica, they don't do that to you. Everything's included in your with your room, so you have the breakfast, and the breakfast was great. Um, just to show you, you know, when you're walking around up over here, all the staff are super cool. This is like a 1 foot deep kind of pool, so the kids can play in it, and jacuzzi, another jacuzzi, and then you can kind of walk across this area here. And this is just more to have like a nice vantage point. I didn't really ever see people hanging out over here, but you can walk all the way across here and get a better view of the ocean. And let's see if I can turn it around. That's a good view of like the actual whole hotel. So um, those are just regular rooms up there. If you see right there, the room. So that's the room that we got. So when I showed you the room, this was it. So that window is actually like behind where you your sink when you're in your master. So you got a window view of all this. There's a slide there as well. So that's kind of cool to be able to use. Um, and then, you know, just a really good location for the upgraded room. And then those are the non-suite rooms that you saw there. Uh, let's see what else. But they couldn't have been more friendly when we were leaving. Like I said, they were treated us like family. They made this cake for us and said, "Have a safe fly home." Really nice. Just like couldn't have been more kind and warm and all that kind of stuff. So really can't recommend that place more. I'm just gonna scroll to when we went in January so that I can show you a little bit more what it looks like not in the rainy season. And let's see if I can find it. And there's howler monkeys too. So the other cool thing was when we got to this was our second time there. And this one I don't believe that most people will be able to get this, but I was able to be upgraded to this room, which I would love to show you. Um, so again, temper your expectations, but check this out. So this is our second time there. This is called the Pacifico Suite. And so you can see what it looked like. This entire building that you're looking at is our room, if you can believe that. So I'll get in. So check this room out. So this rivals that room we got in Cabo, the upgrade. And again, if you want to know how to get upgrades like this, please feel free to book a one-on-one and I'll be happy to share everything with you. This is the stuff that just doesn't belong, uh, you know, for public consumption. This is more advanced strategies. Here's a little kitchenette that comes with the room. To the right there, that door is the refrigerator. And then there's a dishwasher and obviously garbage. You have a full, you know, oven here. Really nice room. But yeah, feel free to book a call with me directly one-on-one, and I'll be more than happy to tell you how to get these kinds of redemptions. On this one, we paid nothing out of pocket. We were here for 5 nights as well, and we got this room for all 5 nights, of course. You can see here, this room came with a private plunge pool, which was awesome. We really enjoyed that. And you can see, okay, little less greenery, but still very much green. This is their dry season, believe it or not. So, no rain to deal with, but still all the great weather. Not too hot. We were in, again, this is middle of January. And you can see here when we first got there, they had all this stuff for us to be able to try. And you can see all the stuff they had. Let's keep going. Oh, why did it do that? So TV says, welcome, Jarrett. And so this room was a 2-bedroom. So not the 3-bedroom like in Cabo. Well, we don't really need it. This one's a 2-bedroom. We had this room here that my son could sleep in and have some privacy, or be able to put him down for a nap and not have to be so quiet. So super nice. Every single room has like its own little balcony that you can. This one connected to the pool, of course, but um, even behind the master, there's the same. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Um, this is the bathroom stuff. All the dental kits and all that kind of stuff. And here is the. Sorry, I didn't mean to show you the dental kit twice. um, Show you the shower. So it's got the same kind of shower as the other hotels. Got the, I guess they call it a rainfall or something like that, shower. I don't know what it's called. Feel free to comment below if you can tell me what those are called. I'm sure I could Google it, but uh, anyways, so that's the guest room, and then this is the master. I don't know why the computer keeps doing that. Sorry, guys. So that's the master. Here you go. I'm trying to take you there without doing this. Sorry, you got to watch that twice. But yeah, really beautiful room. Similar to the master in the 1-bedroom suite that we got. You obviously just have a much better living room, much bigger living room. And this Pacifico is, the second nicest room you can get behind besides the presidential. So it's really, really high up upgrade. That's why I'm saying I don't expect for most people to be able to have that kind of thing. But just letting you know what we got. So here you can see there's a little tub out there and the same kind of bathroom. I won't bore you with the bathroom, but that's what I was saying about having the window behind the sink. Same thing in the other room had that really nice bathroom, shower. Shower is the same kind of thing. You got this little sit up here and a little nook. And that's the room. So really had a great redemption there. Going to try to show you some more of the actual stuff, like the monkeys. Um, Pretty sure this video has the monkeys. So this was in the early morning. I'm going to share my audio for this one. At least I think I will. I don't know. I don't think I can, but monkeys are cool. That's bottom line. They're in the trees. Let me see if I can grab it there. There you go. You can kind of see that. I'll zoom in. So this is just for context, right outside of our room. Like literally, you walk out of your room and you've got these howler monkeys. Just doing that for the people that are watching this on mobile. All right. I didn't realize my wife was in that one, so let me Go like that. There you go. Early morning. You can see them. They're right there. Like you can literally see them. You can hear them. They're super loud. The loudest land animal. Just really cool. You got these all right outside of your room. So that was awesome. Um, and let me see what else. Just to show you the property. Oh, this is a better video of the monkeys. Okay. It was right outside of breakfast. You can just see a monkey. It was awesome. We had a really good time. So you're hanging out. You got monkeys all around you. What's better than that? I'm pretty sure that was as far as videos of the property. And then there's another one I could find where he was just driving me around. It's gonna take me some time to find that though. Um, but that's you guys got the gist of it. Really had a great time. Highly recommend that redemption. And you have any questions, feel free to comment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll show you the next redemption after this. Thanks for your time. Take care, guys.